guys. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I really appreciate it. Don't mind this hair. It's a wash day and I didn't think I was gonna get a chance to film, and so I just literally like slicked it back. It's like a poofy, well, you can't really tell on camera, but my hair looks real poofy, so I just like slicked it back, just did my brows. I'm gonna be sharing my entire favorites right now at the moment. I know I haven't been on in a very long time, but I just really wanted to give you guys like a life update while also talking about makeup and just sharing like my favorites right now. And yeah, just like getting all into the details. If you follow me on Instagram, you obviously have probably seen me try these products. And you know that I've had a lot going on recently, and that's also why like I haven't really been on YouTube, because there's just been so much going on and I haven't really wanted to like get on and talk a lot about what's been going on, but I feel like I'm ready to get it off my chest and just update you guys. And yeah, so I feel like I'm rambling. Let's just jump into the video. Okay, so like I was saying, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably are going to know a lot of these products, but if you don't, then these are going to be new to you. My two new favorite primers are the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas, and then the Makeup Forever Pore Minimizer Step 1. Now I know Tatcha is pretty, not old, but a lot of people have talked about this. This one I think is on the newer side. And yeah, so I'm going to go in with both of those. I usually go in with the Tatcha first, and then I'll lightly put some of this on like where I'm like really have bad pores. I like using my hand for this because if you've ever used this, you know it's like a lotion, like it's very thick. And normally I use a brush. I have just like a priming brush that I use, and that normally works better, but for this, I find a brush, like this is just too thick for a brush. Again, this is like, feels like a moisturizer. It's thick like a moisturizer, but feels so good on the skin. It's not like too like thick where it's like, ew, no, like I don't want that on my face. And then I'll just put some like, just a tiny bit, not too much. Here's I'll kind of like dab it in on each side. So yeah, I just apply that like everywhere. Again, my favorites, I've been using them for months and months and months, and I love them. I love them so much. And then for foundation, I swear I'm gonna update you guys. I'm just like going. For foundation, my two favorites are the NARS and the Maybelline Super Stay 24-hour foundation. Love these. They're literally like kind of like dupes. Only thing is the Maybelline is a little light for me, so I just mixed in these. That's why it's like right here on my face. The LA Girl Pro Color Foundation Mixing Pigment. I just did the yellow and then I mixed it up on the back of my hand, and it just makes it like a little bit darker for me. I love these pigments, and these are like my favorite products at the moment. So like you guys know I'm terrible at picking my shade. So these really help from like having to go back and like repurchase or like go buy a different shade. You could just mix these in. I have yellow, I have yellow, blue, and white, and I really enjoy them. You know, I have been like so MIA, and if you follow me on Instagram, you know that I've had just like a lot going on, medically, emotionally, physically, just like a lot of things that have been going on. To start with some good news, I'm engaged. So that's something that's really freaking exciting. And if you follow me on Instagram, obviously I'm way more, I try and post at least once a day. I post something, and you know obviously that I'm engaged. I got engaged like it's almost been 2 months on my birthday. So my birthday is June 12th, and he proposed in San Francisco that day, and it was just like amazing. I had no idea. Like I'm still kind of like on cloud 9. Like I just don't feel like it's real. Me and Chris have been together for so long, since high school. So, and our 10-year class reunion is like coming up like I think next year. So it's just been like so crazy. Yeah, we've been together a long time, and so it just feels unreal. Like it feels weird to say fiance. Like it's just like something that I just honestly I never thought, like, sorry, I need this to like make sure I get every single spot. But I just never thought that would, I knew it was gonna be something, we've always talked about it, but just like that it's finally here, it just like blows my mind. Like I'm just like shook about it. But yeah, it's really exciting. I didn't know like right after you get engaged that everyone wants you to like start planning right away. Like everyone's just asking like, when do you have a date? Do you have a month? Like, what do you want to do? This, that. And I'm just like, whoa, can I just like enjoy being engaged for a second? Like, can I just enjoy like this moment? But like, it's crazy how fast people want you to like get married. Like, I don't know. I didn't expect it to be that way, but it is. And I'm very excited to plan a wedding, obviously, but like, I didn't know people wanted things like as soon as you get engaged. Yeah, so that is like so exciting. Like, I'm very excited to plan. Like, my family's very excited to plan. Like, it's just the best feeling. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I look at my ring every single day and I'm just like, is this real? Like, this isn't a prank. This isn't a joke. Like, this is like real life. Like, I'm about to be a wife. And it's just like, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. If you've been engaged and like, or recently engaged, and you know what I'm talking about, I think. I don't know. I don't know if it's because Chris and I, again, like have been together so long that it's just surreal, but it's literally like such a surreal feeling. That's like a positive for sure that's been going on in my life. Okay, and then for concealer, my favorite concealer at the moment is the Morphe concealer. Again, I kind of go between a few concealers that I really like. I really like the Kylie Cosmetics one. I really like the ColourPop one. But I don't know, recently I've been picking this up and I just always, once I pick it up again, I'm just like, why did I ever stop? Like, it is so good. It's almost like a mixture of the Kylie and the ColourPop like together. Like, Kylie is very like liquidy, like it's very like thin layer, like the coverage, and it's really nice. The ColourPop is like less of that, not as like liquidy, but not as creamy and like thick as this. But I don't want to say thick because I don't want you to think like it's bad. It's just like so like full coverage, blendable, like just really, really nice. I don't know, I love this. I have the shade C215. It's almost like my color. I think I need to go a little bit lighter. Actually, on camera, it like kind of looks lighter, but I feel like once it's blended out, it kind of looks like my skin shade. And you always want to go a little bit lighter where you're trying to brighten. So I'm just going to mix a little bit of the Kylie one just because it's a shade that I have that's a little bit lighter. And then again, I use my same brush. These brushes have been my favorite. I have the RT206, and then I have a different one. I don't want to spend too much time looking for it. I'll try and find it, but these are the Real Techniques, and this is 206. It's a contour brush, but I really like it. I use it for foundation and concealer, and I really, really like it. I'm sorry, I have this like close mirror. I'm trying not to put it on camera because I don't want it to like focus to the mirror, but the engagement has been like such a positive, and it's honestly like feels so good to like plan and talk about that because I've been going through so much. And if you follow me on Instagram, you know that like medically, I have a cyst. So I have a cyst on my ovary. I have an ovarian cyst, and I've had it for quite some time. Honestly, since I was in SAC, I found out, and it's been there, and it randomly will bother me, and then it'll randomly like never bother me, like, and then it comes back and it bothers me. And when I say bother me, I mean it's really bad, like where I cannot do anything. Like, it is so painful. It's worse than labor. It's like it's just with worse than contractions, like it's so bad. At least mine are. I know some people can like go through life with having one and they don't even know, or like it's not even an issue, but mine has been so bad. Literally comes every single month. Normally kind of like around my period is like when it comes, and it's like so bad pain. And I'm the type of person, I don't like taking a lot of medicine, anything. That's just not me. I kind of try and push the pain, but this is like unbearable. Like, Tylenol doesn't help, like nothing helps. Like, it's so bad. So like I have to take like medication to like help with the pain, because if not, I can't do anything. I can't, like, I literally just have to lay in bed miserable in pain. I've just been dealing with that for years and years and years, like, because they tried to put me on birth control to kind of help with like to alleviate the pain, which it did help. And so this leads me to like everything that's been going on. So before I get into all that, because it's just a lot, I don't want to just sit here and talk without like doing my makeup, because then I'll be here forever. I loved the Maybelline Matte and Poreless. Now they do have a loose powder, which is just Maybelline setting powder. I don't even know what the name is. Similar to this, but it doesn't say matte and poreless on it. I love these. I use 120 for under my eyes and to brighten the center of my face, and then 220 for the rest of my face. So that's what I'm gonna do now. And I just take a puff to help. This is back in Sacramento, I believe, when I was still finishing up school. My doctor told me to go ahead and go on birth control. Actually, you know what? That might have been right when I got back. I don't know. This is 2019, I believe. Yeah, so I was already back home. And I met with my OB, and he was just like, let's try birth control. And I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that. And it definitely helped. Definitely helped. Well, then I finished school, Chris finished school, and we were like, do we want more kids? Like, what are we doing? Because I'm on birth control. I don't like birth control, and everybody could have their own opinions. This isn't about you taking birth control or not. I just personally don't like putting that in my body. Like I said, I don't like medications or anything like that. And I just feel like, honestly, birth control fucks me up. Like, it fucks my body up. It doesn't, like, yes, it helped with the cyst, but that's pretty much it. Like, there's so many side effects to it. Like, I don't even want to TMI into it, but like, my body just didn't like birth control. But I was taking it for the time being just to alleviate the pain, and hopefully, like, once I got off of it, maybe like the pain just wouldn't be there anymore with the cyst. So I was like, I was talking to Chris, and we're like, what do we want to do? Because our whole plan was after school, like, we were gonna try for kids or whatever. Well, we kind of wanted to get a job first, one of us get a job, and then we can try for more kids. And so we were done with school, and Chris got a job and all that, and we were just like, hey, what do we want to do? Because I'm on birth control, and honestly, I don't even want to be on birth control anymore. And he was like, okay, yeah, like get off birth control and, you know, go from there. And I get my period every single month, always have. I felt like that was pretty much a sign that I'd be good to go. I mean, I've had one kid, there should be no problem with having another kid. And that honestly has not been the case. It's actually been the complete opposite. That was back at the end of 2020, and we're now in almost towards the end of 2021, and obviously not pregnant. And so it's honestly been like a big challenge. And then also, like, now that I was off birth control, like, my cyst was acting up again, and it's just been the craziest roller coaster that I've experienced in my entire life. My cyst was bothering me again now that I'm not on birth control. Obviously, I'm trying for a baby and nothing's happening, and I'm just like so confused. I was just thought that it'd be so easy. And I think too, that's also, I want to talk about this because I feel like when we're young and we just think like, oh, like, you're young and you think, okay, I get my period. After my period, a couple days or a week or so later, however many days it is, you ovulate, you try for, you know, and then a couple weeks later you find out that you're pregnant. Like, it's very easy, like sex baby, like that's like kind of like the correlation there. And it's just like, it's not that easy. Like, especially as you get older, it's not that easy. Like, and I didn't realize that until recently. Like, even people that are fertile, that can have kids very easily, that don't have ovarian cysts, it's not that easy. You know what I mean? Like, you kind of have to plan it out and figure out like your cycle and all of that. And I didn't realize that. So the first few months were just like, okay, if it happens, it happens. I got off birth control. And then it was like, okay, nothing's happening. Months are going by and like nothing's happening. So I go meet with my OB, and we had the conversation about it or whatever. And then he just said, start tracking, whatever. And I don't want to like go into too long of a story just about this, because I feel like I'll be here forever. There's so many things I want to talk about, not just this. I don't want to make this video just about this. My kids started kindergarten. Like, I want to talk about so many things, and makeup too. Anyways, fast forward to, we're now in 2021, beginning of 2021. And I talked to my doctor about it, plan, whatever. And then literally right after that appointment, I find out that I'm pregnant. I had no idea. Like, it was like a couple weeks later. So like very early, like at that time, like I wasn't, or like, I don't know. I don't remember the exact timing, but like basically that month I ended up finding out that I was pregnant. And I was like, oh my God, like, what are the odds that this is happening? Like, whatever. And then obviously I'm not pregnant anymore, so you guys can only imagine what has happened. And I will say that has now happened twice, where I have chemical pregnancies, and it's just been, I'm talking about it like it's nothing now, but I actually filmed, I told you guys that I filmed this before, and I didn't like the footage or anything, but I actually filmed me going through the miscarriages and stuff like that, and I was just very emotional, and I never posted it. I think I just wanted to do it for myself to get it off my chest, even though I knew I never was going to post it. This is back in the beginning of February, and yes, it still hurts. Like, yes, I'm still going through the emotions of like being pregnant and not being pregnant, and thinking like, oh my god, where would I be now if I still was? So I still go through these emotions of thinking like, how far along would I be if, you know, that didn't happen or whatever. But I kind of go through the emotions of like what ifs, but at the same time I've kind of stopped myself from that. And that doesn't mean that there's not hard days, because there for sure is hard days, but I have just coped through it. I mean, the first time that happened, it was like hard. Like, it was, God, and this is why I want to talk about this, because I feel like nobody wants to talk about it. Like, and like now that I have let a few people like in my family know, because at first I was just dealing with it, me and Chris. Like, now that I've talked to a lot of like a few family members and friends and things like that, like a lot of people go through it and nobody talks about it and nobody wants to talk about it. And it's just like, I wanted to talk about it, but like I didn't know how. Like, I didn't know what to say. I didn't want people to just think, oh, she's just saying it for people to feel sorry for her, to get attention. Like, no, I just think like, why not talk about it? Like, I'm going through it, you might be going through it too, you know, and it feels good to like have like, what was their story? Like, how did they find out, or this or that? And so if you guys want like a full dedicated video on like my chemical pregnancy and miscarriage and all that, I can definitely do that. But again, I'm just kind of like updating you guys, letting you know where my mind is right now mentally. Like, I'm okay, but I definitely still have hard days. I mean, I could say that it gets easier, but there's days where like I totally fine, and then the next day I'm totally like just in my head about what ifs, and I try not to do that, but I'm only human, and I think it's just totally normal. I don't think I'll ever be over the fact that I've had 2 miscarriages. Like, I never ever in a million years thought that that would be my story or anything I've gone through, but it's crazy. Anyways, I'm not just saying like this like it's nothing, because it's not, but I'm moving on to a different part of my makeup routine. I'm gonna use the Physicians Formula bronzer. This has just been my go-to. It's very like, I'm looking for a brush as I'm talking to you guys. I like this one because it's like very creamy and blendable, and like doesn't dry you out. It kind of like leaves like a subtle glow, but you guys know I like to be matte, so not too much at all. Just a very, very natural glow. And I feel like a lot of people use natural very like loosely, and I'm like, no, that's like glitter and sparkle in it. This doesn't have that. I don't know. And I'm kind of messy with it at first, you guys know that, and then I'll kind of clean everything up after. So anyways, I'm gonna go in, before I keep going, I'm gonna go in with the Essence, the blush in the shade Beloved. I really like this one. But honestly, I have so many blushes that I love. I love the Beauty Creations ones. I love the Milani one. However, this has more like glow to it. So, and I'm just like more of a matte girl, but like if I'm like doing a very minimal makeup look, then I might go in with this just to like give me some glow and just like look like, to give myself that look that like I'm awake. I don't know, that type of look. But this one is just like really, really, really pretty. I just really enjoy this color. So I'm gonna go in with this. But and if I'm looking down, guys, I'm looking at my mirror. It's just like, I don't want the camera to focus on the mirror, because then I look very like dark. See, I look very dark, so I don't want to do that. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of like what I've been dealing with lately. I also have a mirror over here, so if I'm looking over here, that's why. Like I said, if you guys like want a full tutorial, if you guys want a full in-depth, I can do that. I'm okay, I'm doing good. Like, this happened back in February, and then again in like June, which was around my birthday and my engagement and stuff. But I feel like that really helped me just kind of get through it. And again, it was like the second time that it's happened, so I kind of was just expecting it, and that's kind of sad. But when I got a positive test again, and I wasn't excited. I was just like, nope, I know it's gonna happen again. I know it's not gonna work out. I have this cyst, like it's causing me not to get pregnant, or I am able to get pregnant and then just miscarry. And sure enough, I was right. But that's why I didn't get excited or anything the first time. I ordered the kids' shirts, and I ordered a onesie, and I did all these things to like announce, and I was just like very excited. Because again, I never thought, yeah, I knew I had a cyst, but I never thought it was gonna be such a challenge. Yeah, it's just been what it is, and I'm thankful for like my family and stuff and the people that have been there for me. But like I was saying, like if you guys need anybody to talk to, I'm always here. If you're going through the same thing, DM me, talk to me. I can answer questions, or you can talk to me about your story, and I'd be happy to hear that too, to know that I'm not alone. And I'm just learning that every single day, that it's more common than we think, and it's just nobody wants to talk about it, and I just want to talk about it. I want to get off my chest. I feel like it feels so good to talk about it. It just makes things a little bit easier, you know. But yeah, so I don't know what we're doing at this point. I'm not saying like I'm gonna get pregnant anytime soon. Honestly, I think it's quite the opposite. I just don't want to keep trying and keep like having miscarriages or chemical pregnancies and stuff, and just my doctor said not to right now, and so we're not trying right now. But we just have to figure out a plan and like what I'm gonna do. I plan on getting the cyst removed before anything, and that's gonna be a whole thing in recovery. But yeah, so I just want to kind of let you guys know that this video isn't just going to be all about that. I'm moving on from that now. But again, I just wanted to bring awareness. I wanted to tell what's been going on in my life and be as transparent as possible. I know I haven't been on in a long time, so I really, really wanted to share what has been going on and what I've been dealing with and why I haven't been here on YouTube. I just haven't wanted to talk. Instagram, it's like quick stories, tutorials. And on here, you know, I can't just, I mean, I could, but that's just not me. I like to talk. I like to ramble. I like, you know what I mean? So to just like cut that part out and act like that never happened is just not what I wanted to do. It's been so hard keeping it into myself just because I didn't feel like, oh, let me just get on stories and just share real quick that I just had a miscarriage. Like I didn't want to do that either. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Again, if you guys have any questions or want a full video on just what's that entire story, it's literally from end of 2020 to like what's been going on now, I can definitely share that. But again, that's not gonna be this video. Okay, and then an eyeshadow palette. I'm not gonna do a full eyeshadow look. I'm just gonna throw some like in my crease, and that's it. Is the Supreme Nudes palette from the Artist Couture. I literally love this palette. Like if you need a good go-to palette, this is it. It's not too big. You can stuff it in like your makeup bag or whatever. I used to love the Morphe times Jaclyn Hill. Still love that one, but as a go-to, it was kind of hard because it was so big that I couldn't just stuff it in like my makeup bag. I'd have to like throw it in somewhere else in my suitcase. This one you could literally take anywhere and everywhere. It is so good. It's so pretty nudes. And yeah, so I'm just gonna use that really quick for my in my crease, and then also just look, I'm like creasing because I didn't set properly like I normally do. This is not some fancy, I already set my entire lid, so that's why I'm just like swiping. Normally I don't do swiping motions. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that. But again, I had already set, but I don't know why it's like creasing. Like, I don't know. Like I told you guys, I didn't have a lot of time to film this. I had time, but not a lot of time. So I'm just gonna blame that. And these colors are like so blendable, so pretty. They're just it. Like, I don't know. I can't even explain it. Like they're like, I need to stop using this palette on Instagram because this is like all I use. You guys know I don't really have lashes. I'm not really that picky when it comes to mascara. I'm more so like something that's going to work for my top and bottom. I don't like having to use two mascaras. So the Falsies Lash Lift from Maybelline has been a go-to. I just really like the wand and everything about it. But I always end up going in with false lashes. I don't even know if I want to put false lashes on today. So yeah, I really like that. I don't think I'm gonna do false lashes today because this is very natural, I feel like, but these are all my favorite products. Again, you guys, I could do eyeshadow and do a full glam and put falsies on, and this is still what I would do. It's not like these products are just for natural days. No, these are like my favorite go-to products for maybe natural days too, and full glam. Like if you follow me on my Instagram, you guys know I use these products all the time. Like they're my go-to favorite products. And then for lips, I don't really have like a favorite. I'm gonna use this shade Sandstorm from NYX. I have a lot of different favorites. Like this isn't like, I love the Kylie one. Like as far as lips, I kind of change them out a lot. I used to love just like a matte, but I'm more so like a cream, not lip gloss, a cream type of person recently. And I will share my favorite cream lipstick with you guys in a second. But yeah, another update is the kids started kindergarten, which is like crazy. Like I cannot believe they're in kindergarten. Like I feel like they were just babies yesterday. Like it's the craziest thing ever. They also started soccer recently, which is very exciting as well. Like they're just making me more busy. Like how can I fit another kid into this? Like literally, like they're just keep me busy and like on my toes 24/7. They fight all the freaking time. It's been good though. I actually like enjoy being busy and just always doing things with them. So that's very exciting. Again, I am starting to like a wedding plan and stuff too, so that's like keeping me busy, but I'm not like really in a rush. And then what I do is I go in with the KKW matte or cream matte lipstick, I think it is the name of it, in Nude 2. And again, I talk about this all the time on my Instagram story. I would just see how it's like creamy. It dries down a little bit more than this. It feels like a chapstick. I feel like that's the best way to explain it. It has like a little bit more shine, but then see, well, I kind of wiped it down a little bit, but just to like mix it together. Okay, lashes would really complete this look, but it is what it is. I don't have time for that today. I wanted to film. This is what I could film. But again, I told you guys my favorites are Ardell. Beauty Creations has a really good one too, but those are more like dramatic for very... They have natural ones too, but I just feel like they're more dramatic. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that answers some of your questions and just updates you guys on everything that I've had going on. I have like some really big positives. The kids are in school, engagement, planning a wedding, like the kids are in sports. And then of course, like just going through what I've been going through as far as like my body and growing the family and stuff, and just like thinking about those things has been really hard, but obviously I'm doing okay. Obviously I'm not going to sit here and film like the days that I'm like really upset and crying and stuff like that. Like obviously you guys see I'm okay. I'm taking it one day at a time. It's been a few months now and I'm doing a lot better. And yeah, I'm just happy to share. If you guys have any questions or again want an in-depth video, I'd be so happy to give that to you. I honestly might just give you guys that just because I want to share that story and just let people know that they aren't alone and you can get through it, and just my story and like how I found out my sis and just everything. Like there's so many like parts that I didn't get to in this video that I would love to share. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my video today. I really appreciate it. I know it probably got long, and yeah, I was just chit-chatting, but those are like all my favorite go-to products at the moment. I use these like every single day on my stories. Like I try and change it up as much on Instagram because I know you guys want to see the same thing every single day. But yeah, these are like the products I took with me on a vacation. Yeah, we went to Disneyland. I didn't even tell you guys that. If you follow me on Instagram, you know we went to Disneyland. So these are the products that I took with me. And yeah, you guys, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Be patient with me. I plan on getting content up next time. Bye, guys.